And we're live.
We are live.
We are live, John. How are you doing today?
I am super duper Caroline. How are you?
So good. I mean, you're coming right off of, you just did a webinar with Elizabeth Green, didn't you?
Just back to back. No time off. No days off.
No rest for the wicked is what it sounds like. That's
Yes.
not me calling you wicked, though I am looking forward to November for the second movie to come out. But
Well, you don't talk to my wife enough because she would say wicked. No, I'm just kidding. But no, awesome. I think everyone is wanting to know why we're here. Why are we here, Caroline? What are we talking about? What are we
I
doing?
didn't I didn't know we were getting existential today. I wasn't ready for that one.
What is the meaning of existence? What are we? No. So we're really here. Caroline and I are here to talk to you guys about what is full funnel society. So there's been some buzz, little bees buzzing around, talking amongst folks, and we're really just kicking this off here to let you know exactly and showcase a lot of the platforms of where it's going to be and why we're doing it. Cameron and I want to really talk about who's in it per se because we're still onboarding partners into it. But it's truly going to be the community. Now I know when folks, Caroline, hear the word community, they do peel back a little bit because they've seen the WhatsApp, the Facebook group or the school community where someone's just screaming into the ether and it's the same person, or it's pitch, getting pitch slapped every single way, and we are going into this avoiding that, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Those are the conversations we've had with our partners, is that you start pitching and we're going to start talking to other people. The whole goal really in here, and we'll get into it a lot more, is that we want to bring together experts as well as brand owners, entrepreneurs, all people really serious about growing their business into one community to be open about sharing. This isn't, hey, I'm looking for a recommendation for someone to help me with my influencer marketing. And then you get flooded with sending you a DM. No, we're keeping it out there. Goal is to benefit everyone in the community because that's what makes a community great.
Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen to the old screen-a-roni and cheese in a second here. So I'm going to do it. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. So this is like what I like to call like the DNA of what the full funnel society is, right? So when you become a member and you're in the community, these are some of the things that you can look for in getting support, help, actions, tips. Nothing in here is going to be, hey, how do I fix this issue? Like Caroline said, DM me, click this link, fill this form out here, right? So understanding that, we are having all on these different kind of branch out. So support with specific vendor central, right? So the same compliance that we have down here is not the same for vendor central, for email marketing, for logistics, for creative, for we have AI in here, generative AI, agentic AI, A/B testing, automations, finance, really truly the full funnel. That's why it's the full funnel society. It's not that funnel half full cup glass. I don't know. I'm going to think of it's the whole Jamroni, and we've really spent time as a group, Caroline and I and everyone else, understanding and talking about what does the full funnel look like, and these are the things that we pulled out of the full funnel to take it from iteration, ideation, all the way through sale, remarketing, all that kind of stuff, right? So, Caroline, I know this is just high level. There's going to be more of these kind of overarching themes and categories for these partners, but just kind of talk to folks more a little bit about the idea behind us picking strategic partners for each of these, where it's not, I know you talked about it a little bit before, but it's not like if someone's having a question about compliance, it's not like here's 90 different people talking about compliance and you get, fatigued and say, forget it, I'll just go figure it out myself.
Sure. With our partners, we're selecting one in each of these categories. We're removing any sort of competition in that sense so that when these questions do come up, like John said, you're not getting bombarded with a whole bunch of people trying to sell you their platform. you've got one go-to resource in a specific area that will be very clear to community members. Even though your question is public and you might have other brand owners, agency members, anyone chiming in and saying, this is my experience, you can also expect that specific partner expert to come in, say, this is what we would do in this situation, and give you that advice without having to dig through competitors or try and pick things out. And kind of with this web, the magic is that all of this works together. The whole premise of a full funnel is that what happens at the top of funnel affects what happens at the bottom of the funnel. These different pieces work together. So someone might come up and have an issue increasing their ROAS. And our PPC expert comes, chimes in, but then our creative expert also comes and chimes in. Our social influencing expert also chimes in, because all of these pieces work together. So you're not just going to one specific partner who's only going to solve one part of your potential problem.
Yeah. And we talked about this on a partner call the other day for logistics, right? And we said, hey, you might, obviously we want you to chime in when it's a logistics question or a 3PL question, but you may be able to give strategy and advice from the logistics end on a question that wasn't really geared towards logistics, right? So if someone's asking about, I need better packaging for my product and redesigning it, chiming in and saying, hey, you might want to think about this size or this material for your logistics. So really, truly thinking of the whole thing wrapped up, I think is really, really important. And I love that. And, you know, some folks are looking at this, like, obviously we work at Trellis. We're from Trellis. This is the Full Funnel Society. So folks that are going to be seeing this are going to be like, wait a minute, PPC, is it going to be Trellis? We're going to be in there, but the PPC partner is not Trellis. And that's, I think, the really kind of compelling and interesting thing is we're those facilitators of this community and kind of curating this together. So this is not pitch slap-a-palooza where we're just shoving demos and trials and this down your throat. We really want you to be able to come in and ask the questions that you need help with when it comes to compliance. It might be something that starts in PPC, but it might end in the fact that it's creative. And then that might loop back into something when it comes to like packaging, right? Or maybe some A/B testing. So all of these things are connected, and really just having that, I can't say this enough, the full funnel is really what's going to help you. Now, a lot of folks are going to be asking, cool story, bro, where is that living? Right now, for this, Caroline, let's talk a little bit more about like the platforms, right? So we have school, we have LinkedIn page, and we have our YouTube channel, correct?
Yes.
So we are going to make sure, I would like to say, again, I know people probably have been on school communities before, been the fatigued of the admin just repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and just pitching demos, pitching trials, really very spammy. Caroline is going to be curating the hell out of this, right? To make sure that there is no people are vetted before they come in. We're making sure that it's quality people that are there with good intent. The partners are going to be actively participating there. They know the deal already. Caroline and I have already given them the jam on that, hey, if you're not on top of your game, we have 7 or 8 other partners that would gladly take your place in a heartbeat, right? So they understand the exclusivity of it. They understand the value that we're giving behind it. It's education and value first, right? So inside here, we're going to have the different areas. So general discussion, AI automations, and we're building this out more as we go. You can see nothing in there just yet, literally onboarding partners as we speak. We had, I think, Caroline, our 3rd or 4th partner call set up, and we have a slew more to kind of roll in. We're not going to wait. We're not going to say, okay, once we're going to open the doors once we have all the No. We already have logistics ready to roll. We already have creative ready to roll. We already have a bunch of other ones ready to roll. So we're going to go with that and then add as we go through there. So this is really the meat and potatoes, the bread and butter, the whatever, insert whatever jargon here, of where you're going to get the most value for actually answering questions, asking questions. They will be able to, you will be able to ask and do comments on the LinkedIn page for the Full Funnel Society, and then also the YouTube channel. I know for me, Sometimes I just digest video a lot easier on YouTube than having to log in to like a separate kind of thing because it's on my TV. You're already logged in. So we understand that. But just when we're going to be able to do, so you see there, the classroom kind of thing. We're not going to enable it just yet, but a partner just asked us the other day, will you have classroom hours for your partners? We're going to get there where they'll be able to do teachings and have courses built out there and SOPs and all this other sort of good stuff, but in due time, right? So I think we covered all the platforms, Caroline, of where we are able to, yeah, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, when in terms of like events like these where they're live streaming, the goal is to do one a week, right? And we have them planned out for the rest of 2025. Some is going to have Caroline on it with me. Some it's just going to be me. Some it's going to be me and a partner on a specific topic. Like next week, we're going to be doing a logistics webinar here for the Full Funnel Society with our partner for logistics. I'm not going to name drop anything yet. This is just an intro thing, right? Because I just they're a big logistics company and it's going to be super duper awesome, right? So Caroline, talk a little bit more about like what that cadence is like, what we, topically, what we're going for, what that looks, all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah. So while you guys are here, just go ahead and bookmark Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time on your calendar. That is 11 a.m. Pacific. I haven't done the math on any other time zone, so sorry on that one. And our goal is to be here, like John said, every Wednesday. There are a few we are thinking of the calendar. So, we're skipping the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Everyone's busy cooking their turkeys or prepping all their sides. And then towards the end of the year, you get into Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, all of those. So we would love to celebrate with you guys, but that's just, it doesn't make logical sense. With our partners, we will be doing a little bit of a split up. We'll try and bring one partner in at a time as we get around tentpole events. We'll try and do really pillar events where we might bring 2 or 3 partners in to focus on more of a full funnel angle rather than an individual category angle. The goal, again, is to get you guys prepared, scaling, and successful in anywhere that you might have questions or issues or plans to grow. Also, as part of the school community or on our LinkedIn or on our YouTube, but I would recommend on school, drop in any ideas of content that you would like to see, because again, this is a community. So while John and I can sit there and plan a calendar out, work with our partners, the goal is to make it beneficial for all of you. So if you say, I could really use help with strategizing around DSP, great. We'll bring in an expert. We'll get into that. We can schedule it for sure.
Yep. So yeah, exactly. Right. We don't want to just say we're talking about this, and everyone's like, I don't want to hear about John talk about hero images and crap like that. I'm just saying, I know everyone does, but to give you guys some perspective, I'm not going to share the screen, but I'm just going to give a high level, right, of what the next. So we have 2, 4, 6 live streams that we have slated till the end of the year. Right. So we have next week, which is the 5th. I can't believe November 5th is next week. It's wild. So we're doing a logistics one next week. Then the week after that, there's going to be unboxed. So folks like Caroline are going to get unboxed. I'm going to be here hanging out with you folks talking about generative AI and really cool stuff like that. And then the next week after that, we're doing an influencer UGC kind of style of one. And then we have slated for some AMC data, which is a good one. And then creative again, and then omni-channel, and then Christmas, New Year. And then we see you crazy kids again for 2026, which we didn't even start to plan for 2026 in terms of what that looks like. So we got to get on that. But 2025, at least for right now, is wrapperonied up, and we just have to roll those out. But yeah, super excited. And I'm even more excited working with Caroline on this, because as introverted, extroverted as I am when it comes to this stuff and wrangling people together, she is the brains behind the operation. She is wrangling. She's like in my head, it's like trying to herd cats, and she's herding the cats in my brain. So couldn't do this without her. So Caroline, you are awesome. We appreciate that. And then, yeah, anything else that we could think of that we didn't touch on?
I think the really interesting thing that we haven't actually touched on is how you actually join Full Funnel Society. How do you get
Oh, yeah.
access to the school?
There you
This
go.
that's one of the cats in John's brain.
Heard them.
Second.
So Caroline, how are we doing it? Yeah.
I'm throwing this out there. Of course, follow our LinkedIn page. You can also follow our channel on YouTube. The big thing is school. So in order to save John's inbox, if you are interested in joining the community, our founding members get immediate access. DM me and send me your email address, and I will send you the invitation directly. That is putting it out there. I'm Caroline Powell. I'm listed as a speaker on this event here on LinkedIn. If you're catching up with this on YouTube or anywhere else, you can find me on LinkedIn. And yeah, put your email in my inbox and we'll get you added. But we're ready to build this community. It's going to be a good thing. If you've seen the t-shirts and hats around, I'm surprised John wasn't wearing one today. It's too cold for a t-shirt for me, and I'm not a hat girl. Sorry.
My hat. We won't talk about my hat, but yes.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, we are ordering some more. So that's another reason a lot of our founding members will do kind of giveaways based on engagement kind of things. You'll get a hat, you'll get a t-shirt. We're going to have buttons, all sorts of fun things to say, I'm a part of this really exciting, engaged community of people who are going to help me grow my business.
Yeah. And Caroline's so nice in saying to spare my inbox. She knows if you DM me and I don't see it, I'm going to forget. And then you're going to complain and I'm going to get in trouble. So yes. But we're going to also make sure that eventually the landing page for the domain has all that in there where you can click on it and not need to bother Caroline's inbox and stuff like that. But yes, for right now, let's do that. What else, Caroline?
I feel like that's everything. Keep your eye out probably on John's LinkedIn. Our plan is to launch our next event this afternoon. So you'll see the partner release and who we're talking with, all about logistics. I would love to hear your guesses. You can drop those in the comments if you want to. But we're excited about this one. Put your ideas anywhere. Again, this is all about community. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like we wanted to make a community that gives a crap because there's so many that you join and it's pitch, gimme, but instead of giving back. And, that's the whole thought process here. That's what we're going for. I'm the kind of person at the holidays and like Christmas and birthdays, I get more joy out of watching people open the presents I give them versus me getting presents. I'm always like, oh man, no, let me just open your present first. So I love helping people. And that's really like the core competency and the mission of what we were doing here is really just leading with immense value. And then cool. If you're like, hey, I want this person, I'm going to pay this person some money to help me out even further. It's just an extra win. Right. So cool.
Yeah. The joke in my house growing up was always don't steal my joy. And I know for both John and I, we do find joy in the relationship building, the community building, and the conversations one-on-one or many on one like we're having right now. Yeah. And this excites me. I know John's excited and we hope you guys are too.
Pumped. So stay tuned, see the information, slide into Caroline's DMs in the nicest, most respectable way possible. And we will see you guys on school/YouTube/LinkedIn.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for joining. We're excited to launch Full Funnel Society.
See you guys soon.
Bye.